Here we are back in the home studio today. Thank you, all of you fans that have made it possible for us to be here. Today, Becca, we have an amazing new topic. And what is the topic that we are talking about today?
The topic today is the key to a productive day. Do the hard things first.
Wow. I love this. Mm-hmm. And you are such a poster child for this, aren't you?
Oh, don't even. No, as soon as you sent me this topic, I wrote back, Daddy, I'm terrible at this.
Yeah.
So I will be the terrible side and you will be the successful side.
Well, I think that everybody, if they're really honest, struggles with this at some level.
Yeah.
And I think that people are naturally lazy.
That's fair.
Our flesh is like, I just want to sleep 15 more minutes or 2 more hours. And so doing the hard thing, it's like, well, I'll put it off.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait a little bit and then I will do that.
Yeah.
One of the things that I have found, though, in regards to making days productive, the number one thing is to eat that frog first. You familiar with that analogy?
Yes.
Someone said that if you start every day by eating a frog,
Yep.
then everything else after that tastes good. And so you just got to get up and...
I think you used to tell us that
Well,
when we were headed to school. Do you remember this?
Oh, I do. I still say it every day. Actually, I say be a focused frog.
Be a focused frog.
You
Okay,
remember
yes.
the episode of Life at the Pond where Tony, the frog,
Yeah.
is going to be a focused frog and he's climbing the corporate ladder
Yes,
and
I
he
do
leaves all of
remember
his
this.
friends behind. And he calls himself a focused frog.
Focused frog.
And
Good.
so, the phrase that you're remembering, I still say it every day, pretty much.
Good. Okay, so it wasn't eat your frog, but
No. Two different analogies.
Yeah.
Mixing the analogies. We don't want to eat the frog.
right. We want to be the frog.
Be the frog.
Good. Oh dear.
Oh dear. So, but doing the hard things as early in the day as possible means that you're going to have a whole lot more things after that you are going to feel like you have the energy to do.
Right.
And a lot of it's psychological. A lot of it comes down to, am I going to make myself do things? Mm-hmm. Who's really in charge? Is my body in charge or is my spirit and the real me on the inside in charge? Because the body is like a spoiled kid.
Yeah.
You give it an inch, it'll take a mile. It will scream and cry and say, I do want another piece of cake. I do want an extra hour of sleep. And if you've decided ahead of time, this is what we're doing, self,
Yeah.
then it's a whole lot easier to do those hard things. So I've got a few points that I want to share with you today. Ways that you can practically make this happen. And again, a lot of it comes down to execution. Mm-hmm. Every day you have a choice to make. What am I going to do with this day?
Right.
I think one of the keys to a productive day is to do the hard things first. But practically speaking, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. Number one, I would encourage you to wake up an hour earlier.
Yeah.
I think it was my friend Rick Grubbs in his Redeeming the Time seminar that first pointed this out. He said, if you get up an extra 20 minutes earlier in the course of a year, that's like a 2-week vacation right there.
Whoa.
It's an extra 2 weeks of work that you are getting in just 20 minutes. So if you get up before the rest of the world gets up and you actually begin to tackle whatever it is, it sounds simple, but it really adds up over time. And I don't think you necessarily have to be like the 4 a.m. guy,
Right.
although that is one way to do it. But the extra hour before the chaos of the day begins can go a long way towards helping you be more productive. Mm-hmm. So that's the first thing. Just get up earlier.
That's smart.
The second thing, though, that I think is key to a productive day is don't start your day with busy work. Mm-hmm. Is that the problem with you?
I think it is. Well, yeah.
So describe what your beginning of the day looks like for you? What is that?
Well,
Does it include social media at all?
not social media, at least my work day, and typically not even my morning routine because I get up too late to have time for that. Yeah, I get into the office and I check my emails,
Yeah.
which is important,
Yeah.
to be fair, because that kind of sets, with my job, that kind of sets the tone for the day.
Mm-hmm.
But sets the tone for the day in kind of a bad way as well, because then you're just like not focused and kind of flying by the seat of your pants. What am I going to do next? Rather than being a focused frog. And this is my plan for the day. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And if something comes up, because in my job, things always come up
Right.
unexpected, and that's perfect. But I should have a plan typically for a day, and I don't. So yes, that is my problem.
Yeah. Well, and I think that the default position many times is just busy work.
Yeah.
So it becomes that motion
Yeah.
without progress.
Yeah.
You know, as long as I'm organizing files and clearing notifications,
Right.
I feel like I'm busy.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting something done here. But it's not actually moving me toward a goal.
Right.
I think that recognizing, and that's the third point, decide on the hard thing the night before. The key to a productive day, I have found, is actually having a plan for the day.
Yeah.
So there's reactive workflow. I wait for the phone to ring. It rings. I pick it up. I find out this is what I'm doing today. And then there is proactive workflow. It's where I start the night before saying, what are the most important things that I could do with my time tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
What are the big three that I need to make sure, if nothing else happens,
Yeah.
these things happen? And deciding ahead of time, what is the hard thing?
Yeah.
What am I going to do tomorrow that's going to truly move me toward the goals that I keep saying that I want to move toward?
Right.
Because if you don't decide that, the whirlwind is what decides for you.
Yep.
And there will always be a whirlwind.
Right.
You'll come in and there'll be stuff to do and you'll stay busy, but there's motion and there's no progress towards the ultimate goal. So deciding the night beforehand means that you're not going to waste your peak morning energy choosing what you're going to work on. I mean, how many times, like you just said it right there, you know, you get to the office and it's like, okay, what am I going to do today?
Right.
I know I need to be doing something, but I can't remember what it was supposed to be.
And that's the other thing too. The helpful thing in the planner that we have and talk about in the coaching, there's a work day. What's it called? The
shutdown ritual.
Yes. When you can kind of plan for the next day, remember the goals that you want to have for the next day because your brain is in that gear. Like that's the thing that I have trouble with is at 5:00 I have all these things on my mind. Like, okay, I've got to get this done and tomorrow and it's going to be great. Well, then 8 a.m. the next morning, I'm like groggy. I haven't had my coffee yet. I have no idea what I was thinking at 5:00. And if I didn't write it down or if I didn't make a plan, I'm just lost again. So then 5:00 on that day, all those things will come up again. It's a cycle if you don't stop at some point.
Well, and capturing those things
Yeah.
is key.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons why I love the Full Focus Planner and the Full Focus System, because there are those places that are just in the day to capture. Again, I do it with the workday shutdown ritual.
Yeah.
Okay, what are my big three for tomorrow?
Yeah.
So before I close the books on today, I want to know what is it that I'm going to be focusing on tomorrow. And then I can close down the office knowing, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
And so I'm not just starting the day with busy work. Kerry Nyhoff in his book, At Your Best, talks about how that we have 3 to 5 hours of what he calls green zone time. And what that is when we are on it. We're focused. And most people, you know, we have an 8-hour workday. And so the thought is, well, we need to put in 8 hours of work. Well, that's great. But the truth of it is you don't.
Right.
No one does.
Right.
There's about 3 to 5 hours of prime time.
Yeah.
And if you're shuffling papers and sorting the pencil drawer during that time, you're missing an opportunity.
Right.
So doing what it is that you're good at, that you're best at, when you're at your best is key to really having a productive day. And so not just starting that workday, typically when you're in that green zone time, not always, it's not for everybody, is really key. And in order to do that, you need to have a plan to do the hard thing the night before so that you're not wasting that time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
I think the last thing that I want to point out is that you need to kill distractions until you're done. Another great example of someone who is amazingly productive is Arthur Brooks. He's written a number of books. He has a insane morning routine. He teaches on happiness at Harvard, the brain science of happiness. But he gets up every morning at 3:45.
Wow.
And then he has a morning workout. And then he's Catholic. He goes to mass every morning with his wife. And so then from 8 a.m. to noon, in his words, my goal is to have enough dopamine built up in my prefrontal cortex so that I can focus on writing. So no distractions, no phones, no notifications, nothing, just focused time thinking and writing, which is his work. And so that's really his prime time.
Wow.
But in order to get that, like he has this insane morning ritual that he does every single day to help him get into the zone.
Yeah.
And ready for that time. And I think for me, last year, having a 40-week stretch of 5 days a week at the gym, getting in that time was super helpful.
Yeah.
And so there was a period of time during the summer where I pressed pause on that, and it's been challenging to get back to that 5 days a week. But again, that's one of those hard things that I do first in the morning.
Yeah.
Pushing myself, pushing my body to say, no, you are going to do this, whether you want to do this or not, pushing through. And then it helps me to build up the momentum that I need to be able to face the workday later and to do the things that I need to do.
Yeah.
But once you have that green zone time, making sure that you're killing distractions. So keeping your phone out of reach, turning off notifications, doing whatever. You know, most people don't lack time. What they're lacking is focus. There's billions of dollars that are spent by companies like Instagram and Meta to capture your attention. You are the product.
Right.
And they are trying to buy your time. And so they're good at it. They are amazingly good at capturing your attention, your focus, which means that we have to be even better about pushing back against that.
Right.
If we're actually going to get stuff done.
Yeah.
That truly needs to be done. I was talking with somebody the other day about AI and it replacing, people. And I don't think it's going to replace people.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I see is that it is going to mean that people who actually take time to think and have original thought and actually think through things are going to be more valuable.
Yeah.
Have you ever read one of those AI articles that are out there on the internet?
So.
Well, you probably have, and you just didn't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
But there's a lot of AI generated material now.
Oh, well, some of my emails. There are times that in my job, I have to send out emails like to the whole campus, and it just makes me so nervous. So I'll get on ChatGPT and say, hey, I need to write an email. So yeah, some of my material is, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, and there's a lot more of that than what most people recognize.
Most people understand. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it can't make what we're writing better, but if you don't start with original thought, original content to begin with, to me, I think using AI as an editor makes sense.
Right.
There are lots of things that are like, wow, that was a better way to put that.
Yes.
But you've got to start with the original idea.
Yeah.
And having people who actually have the patience to say, you know what, I'm going to start by making myself think.
Yeah.
Another great book that I'll recommend is Alan Jacobs' book, How to Think. It's a short book, but it's a good book. And I really think that as we move forward into this crazy AI generated world, we are going to need to remember how to think. Taking time to really think strategically is one of those hard things, at least for me, that I've got to take time for and I need to do early in the workday.
Yeah.
when you are productive, what's one thing that you have found that, if I do this, this really helps? Is there something that for you is key to helping you have a productive day? Anything you would add to this list?
I don't know that there's anything that I would add necessarily. I think when I think about being productive, good habits come to mind. And this kind of is a part of all of these points that you've made. But the thing I struggle with the most is forming habits and keeping habits, good habits that will lend themselves to a productive day.
Yeah, consistency.
Right. So for instance, I used to have really good habits. Like the first few years of college, I was very disciplined. I got up really early, had breakfast every morning. Like it was a complete morning routine. Did homework while I was at breakfast, and then I went to work and got a lot done. It was just good. I think I got up at 5:30 or 6 every morning, and I really enjoyed my morning hours. Well, now I'm struggling to get to bed on time.
Yeah.
Because, one reason or another, I'm doing homework in the evening, or I'm cleaning my room in the evening, or, whatever. And then the evening just drags on and I get to bed later. So then I'm trying to get up, like all the things. It just, one thing leads to another, and those habits continue to break down. And what comes out is what's easiest in the short term.
Right.
But in the long term, then you're not as productive. So I think just the habits on the day to day, even like when I get to the office, what do I do? So do I get my coffee first? Or one thing I've started to do that's actually helped a lot is I'm going to get 3 things done before I get my coffee. That motivates me because I love coffee a little too much. Or some days I've said, okay, if I don't get to work on time, like if I'm just 3 minutes late or something, then I don't get coffee this morning.
Yeah. I'm sure your employer appreciates that.
Oh man. Well, I don't know that he knows, but
Yeah.
It's helped me for sure.
Yeah.
Those little okay, I'm going to turn these habits, so like coffee, into a motivation, into a good, positive thing, rather than just being controlled by, well, this is what I do every day. And it's, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, we are creatures of habit, and taking time to develop good habits.
Yeah.
And be
Because we're going to
intentional.
form habits.
Oh, yes. We all have habits.
Yeah. Whether it's clicking the snooze button or getting up
Right.
at 6 a.m.
It's a habit.
Yeah.
It's something that you're doing and doing regularly.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that doing the hard thing first is the number one key to having a productive day. But
Doing a hard thing first, because there are lots of hard things, but starting your day out with a workout like you do, doing something rather than just doom scrolling or
something that pushes you to be a better version of the person that you want and know you need to be.
Right.
And I think that doing that and doing that consistently, again, building those habits. James Clear talks in his book Atomic Habits about the habit cycle. And habit starts with a trigger, starts with a cue. There's something that tells us, we're going to do this thing. Someone has said it's kind of the promise to your future self, laying out your clothes to go to the gym the night before. This is what we're going to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a cue. And it could be an alarm going off saying, hey, it's time to whatever it is. So there's the cue. Then there's the action, which most people think of as the habit. It's not. It's whatever we're trying to make habitual. And then there's the reward. Because we do not do things that we don't want to do, not consistently. So there's got to be a reward. If I get to work on time, I get my coffee. Well, I got rewarded yesterday when I do that. And so subconsciously,
I'm going to do this.
We're going to do this more often than if we don't get a reward.
Yeah.
So finding something to reward yourself and then finishing that loop with repetition. I did it yesterday. I'm going to do it again today.
Doing it again. Yeah.
And so having that whole cycle that is reinforcing is the way that we create a habit. So by the way, lots of great stuff there in Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, you should.
Yeah.
Doing those things that are hard, but doing those things that are intentional, that will help us build toward the person that we want to become. again, wake up 20 minutes earlier every day. What do you get? 2 extra weeks in your year.
That's crazy.
And if you begin to move forward, wake up earlier, don't start your day with busy work, decide on what you're going to do the night before. Again, I encourage you to set out that big 3.
Mm-hmm.
What are the 3 important things that I need to do tomorrow that if I don't get anything else done, this is what I'm going to do? And then kill the distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of the stuff that's going to keep you from being able to actually focus until you get that done.
Yep.
So that's the key to a productive day.
Yeah, good.
And I hope that that's a help to you in life and in leadership. So thanks for joining me today, Becca.
Yeah, thank you.
For Gleaning and Gathering. God bless.